The new normal is, in our view, we are now finally in the new normal. We are in the new normal. You could think of the following. In the global financial crisis, when we had the global financial crisis, in the United States, in Europe and UK and other places, there was a reset, meaning there was things that were in the past not really germane to banking.
Yes.
But suddenly they came front and center of the way business is being conducted today after the global financial crisis, which required a reset. And for instance, you think about the ethical banking or the ethics of bankers. I mean, maybe 20 years ago, ethics and bankers, that's a sort of an oxymoron.
It was.
But now,
it was just the P&L
20 years ago. Exactly,
What's your
that's
P&L?
it, yeah. And so in that sense, and other things like this, we talk about market discipline.
Yes.
I mean, these are things which you sort of say, well, if you could get away with it, what does it matter? Oh, no. There's a certain market discipline that you need to abide by, And they now even have codes of ethics and things like that. That's one dimension. I'm just saying that there was a reset in the way they do business. The same thing with us. We now have a reset, and we've already begun in the new normal. The new normal has three elements.
Yes, tell me.
The first one is transparency.
Yes.
Transparency is key. So it means, for instance, the numbers that are out there, balance sheets need to be correct. The numbers in the P&L, so balance sheets should be correct numbers. So there's a lot of importance in that. And you analysts can now do serious analysis.
Yes.
In the past, it could have been fiction in some of these things. So now you have real numbers that you can deal with. That's important, but I think also other things. For instance, think of lending to directors or insiders. I mean, these things need to be revealed not just the board. The board obviously has to be involved in it, but you as depositors and as shareholders, you need to know these things sort of, not when you ask them, they need to reveal it, in a sort of a standard way, Even things about ownership.
Yes.
The ownership structure of a bank. Those are things that are important for you as a depositor, because you want to know who you're giving your money to. Some people, and there is some sort of let's say cascade of responsibilities, and you want to be sure that this is actually being executed by people who are trustworthy and things like that. So transparency is key.
Yes.
Second element is governance, stronger governance. You already alluded to this issue. In terms of this, I call it then a cascade of governance from shareholders to the board, management, staff. They all have responsibilities to discharge. And they cannot say, well, it doesn't matter to me. I'm just a director here.
Yes.
I don't know what they're doing. No, you have a responsibility, a personal responsibility on this. Now, the other things also, from our perspective in the central bank, we also need to have stronger supervision.
Yes, you alluded to this.
And this is something that is part of this stronger governance, because we do have a responsibility there. So we need to strengthen. We have already started strengthening our bank supervision. But I want to say that this is an element of this new normal.
Yes.
And yes, without this angle, then it's harder to do business. It's much harder for a bank to really be a bank. Thirdly, an important element in the new normal, the third element of it is more effective business models.
Yes.
Or better business models. Banks can be lazy.
Yes.
Bankers can be lazy like anyone else, and you can copy what your neighbor is doing. And so you have your business model is flavor of the month.
Yes.
So the flavor of the month now is investing in buses.
Yes.
And then you're putting it, or flavor of the month is investing in whatever it is.
Yes.
No, you need to figure out what is it that you can. What's your comparative advantage? What is your value add, and what is it that you can do well? I'm not talking about a niche. It's not a niche issue, but really it has to be something that is much more fundamental. Not just this is our area.
Yeah.
Even in that area, what is it that makes you better? What is it that you're bringing to that area? And I think the point here is that they also need to think about their resilience, meaning banks need to be resilient because there'll be shocks that could be coming. And the issue for us is the margins will be even smaller, as I have mentioned before. So you need to be able to sort of respond quickly to those shocks. So the natural consequence of that is consolidation with other institutions that are complementary to you. And therefore you'll have a stronger sort of final institution rather than two institutions that are not
Let me put it to you another way. In 2 years' time, how many banks do you think there'll be in Kenya?
There's a lot of fascination about people are really curious about numbers.
Yes.
There's no such thing. There's no
you
magical
don't have,
number.
Okay.
There's no magical number, and there cannot be, because that's not the way banks operate. All we can say is that there will be banks that are more resilient, stronger, more vibrant, ready to do business, will be more cost effective, meaning lower cost, will be more innovative. Those are the institutions we want to grow forward. Everything else will fall by the wayside. So that's the new normal.
Governor, we're going to carry on this discussion at MindSpeak. We look forward tremendously to hosting you. Thank you so much for expounding on what are really key things in our economy. And from my side, I really consider you a game changer. And I think you've changed the game already.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Sure. All the best. Sure.